Yeah, I remember we had one show. A woman said that she had sex with four guys over the course of a 24-hour period. And when she said it, the ladies were like, "What?" And then she's like, "This. What happens in Vegas?" And the ladies that first looked like she was crazy said with her in unison, "Stays in Vegas." So they literally
Mhm.
judged her with facial expressions. They was there, and then they finished the quote about Vegas with her. That is some diabolical shit.
I mean, just because they finished a quote don't mean they agree. Like,
I'm just saying, like, this is good because that's why we need to psychoanalyze it, because we're trying to justify something that may not be good for us or the group. And so by us just like saying, "Oh, squirrel," like, girl just said she was a hoe, but like, well, "Oh, squirrel, let's say some Vegas," like our attention is gone. Like there's
but
something
for
wrong there.
you to sit there and say, because I finished a quote, I agree with this hoe is fucking crazy to me.
So now you're gonna label me as what? A pygmy or a mammy?
I'm not going to label you as anything.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Look. You have seen the title. Without me talking everybody's heads off, let's get right into it. But before we do, hit that like button. Hit that daggone like button. Hit that hype button. Because that's what successful people do. If you're a good person, you want to help somebody else out, and it's going to cost you nothing, hit that like button, hit that hype button. Let's get right into it.
A hyena is like a windmiller. That's the best connotation that I've been able to grasp from it, based off of who they call a hyena and when. A windmiller, like, they'll get, how I get sometimes, yeah. Loud, talking shit, cussing, hyena.
I don't know. I think your definition was a little bit more spot on. Him.
Mine?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. What's his definition of a hyena? I wasn't
Well,
here for that.
yeah. So essentially, the animal is a very accurate representation of that of the woman's modus operandi. So, like as an example, the animal itself is a matriarchy. The males are treated like shit. If you got a male run, oftentimes they die because they don't feed it, they don't look to feed it, nothing like that. So that's the disposition. Also, hyenas cackle regardless. In a fight, they cackle. Out of a fight, they cackle. Conversing with each other, they cackle. You know, um, and hi, big baby. And so essentially, that's the disposition of the woman. She represents the hyena in its truest nature.
So, like, even if she's being insulted, it should be like, ha ha ha, to like laugh it off type stuff. You talking about like that?
Oh, I'm just saying
Cackling?
how she's acting, right? Cackle can be over talking, out talking, interrupting.
So, okay, this is what I picture a hyena as: a loud, unruly woman. A loud, unruly woman that does things backwards. And when I say does things backwards, I mean this: if they think that you can be like partners, or she can be the leader and then you switch and then you can be the leader, and like she wants to do like this whole egalitarian thing, like, nah, homie, we're not doing that. I'm the head, you're following me. I'm gonna respect you and take what you say into consideration, but I have the last say. Don't be around talking all loud, just being loud and ghetto and just unruly. That's a hyena woman. Just to put it in like the simplest terms as possible.
Listening, loud, obnoxious, belligerent.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought hyena meant. The women, and also think about the matriarchy aspect. So I don't need men. Men ain't shit. Men ain't the leaders. All that would also apply.
Mm-hmm. Just a backwards woman. A
Hence the
Okay,
make.
yeah.
loud
I think I
backwards
like
woman.
your definition is more in depth and has more context. Yeah. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. It's like the hyena was picked purposely to represent that archetype.
Women that will defend other women, no matter how egregious her behavior is, they will find some kind of excuse for them to not be accountable for whatever behavior it is that they're displaying.
Do they
Facts.
Yeah.
champion negative shit too?
Um,
Yes.
She knows yes.
I
It's a
mean,
yes.
yes, but
Yeah.
at the same time too, you know how you
Go.
got you say that you know how you say that silence is like co-signing.
Yes.
So I would say that the person that says silent would also is also considered part of the sisterhood, just based off of the
Yes, she's right.
responses that I've seen.
She's
Yeah.
right.
I remember we had one show. A woman said that she had sex with four guys over the course of a 24-hour period. And when she said it, the ladies were like, "What?" And then she's like, "This. What happens in Vegas?" And the ladies that first looked like she was crazy said with her in unison, "Stays in Vegas." So they
Diabolical.
Hmm.
literally judged her with facial expressions. They was there, and then they finished the quote about Vegas with her. that is some diabolical shit, boy.
I mean, just because they finished a quote don't mean they agree. Like,
And there it is, because I knew one was gonna stick up for her. She's the she's a hyena. Guarantee you, she is a hyena. That's why all the other ladies are smiling, because they probably want to say it, except the one at the bottom right. See, they probably want to say it. Oh, look at her name, the Wife School Podcast. Yeah, she doesn't think that's funny at all. Everybody, all the other ladies are giving like a little smile. No, if you say it, that means you are no. If I'm hanging out with my homeboys, it was like, hey man, he just said something crazy. He's like, well, what happens in Vegas? If I'm not rocking with it, I'm not finishing the sentence. Cause I'm like, nah, homie, that's wrong. That's wrong. But again, this is a perfect example of women sticking up for degeneracy and just hyena-like behavior.
Right. That's where it gets tricky. That's where it gets tricky with the silence. I understand the silence or whatever. I understand where the other men are coming from when it comes to the silence. Like silence is like co-signing because you're not calling it out. But I also understand like in this,
They weren't silent in the example I'm giving.
No, but I'm saying, but I also understand that just because you finish a well-known quote doesn't mean that you're also co-signing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, that's bullshit. See, because here's the thing.
It is.
When somebody is saying, so think about this. This how this is. Let me ask y'all a question. Is that disgusting or not?
No, absolutely.
Okay.
What, 4 niggas in 24 hours? That's hella disgusting. Yes.
Okay. So think about how egregious is that egregious or no?
It's egregious.
Is it trifling or not?
It's trifling.
Is it diabolical?
It is.
Yeah.
Dangerous. Even.
Okay.
It's very dangerous.
Okay. So think about somebody saying something egregious, right? Egregious. And then because they say a quote, I say it with them. You have no discernment?
Hamp is
yeah, it's okay. So it's more so about finishing the quote than it is about seeing or it's more about finishing the quote than it is about understanding that how it would look on the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying?
No, we don't know what you're saying because you're wrong. Ham, first of all, good job, Ham, for holding these ladies accountable and breaking it down how you're doing. He is absolutely right. If somebody says something just egregious and disgusting and just terrible, I'm not gonna finish any quote that they're saying. I'm like, nah, homie, because what you're doing is wrong. Whether it doesn't affect anybody or not, how you're moving as an adult person is wrong. I'll give you an example. If there's a man, right, fully grown man, and then he's dating or like he's sleeping with some 16, 17 year olds, right, when he goes overseas, because it's illegal over there. Let's just say he goes to Colombia or something and it's illegal over there. If he comes back and he's telling me about this, hey man, I was with some 16-year-olds because you know what happens in Colombia stays, and I'm like, nah, homie, that's wrong, and you're taking advantage of these younger ladies. So if you're finishing it, you're sort of like co-signing it, pretty much like he said. I mean, I'm using Hamp's word, but he said it like flawlessly to me, in my opinion, at this moment. He said it in the perfect way. If you don't speak up and say something, and this is why women continue to do disgraceful, degenerate things, because men can't call them out because we're seen as misogynists, and then other women can't call them out because they're seen as pick-me's. So women just sit there quietly. Men will call other men out all the time. It happens every single day, but women do not call women out.
More the initial thought is finishing the quote. The secondary thought is, dang, maybe I probably shouldn't have said that watching the playback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
it's secondary.
She faced it with saying that she did something horrendous, and you basically agreed after the fact. So if you couldn't even,
well, no, see, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think it was
when they finish the quote, they're not agreeing, right? When they finish in the quote, they're not agreeing, but they're not thinking about what it looks like on the outside looking into the audience. That it looks like you're agreeing right now. That's a secondary thought.
They should have said what happens when they said stays in Vegas. They should have been like, ho, but this didn't, and that was some hoe ass shit.
Right, like finish it. If you're gonna finish the quote, say the other shit after the fact that matches your facial expression when she first said that she screwed 4 dudes in one day.
Remember, where's sisterhood? I want y'all to realize that the fact that we have to talk through this when y'all want to make sense out of somebody making light of something egregious is literally a pure example of what the detriment of the sisterhood potentially.
Mm-hmm.
No, what I'm saying is I understand. That's all that I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's
But
that's what
see,
I'm
but
saying.
see, but see, you know what? That's the same shit, right? That's the same shit. Because I understand what it when like that type of mindset or whatever like that. Now I could be considered part of the sisterhood because I'm quote unquote double minded. I see what it is or whatever how you were explaining it,
What
and I
is it?
also see just fit. What are you talking about?
What is it? Though? What are you seeing that you understand? What's the understand?
Oh, because it's just a popular quote, so I'm just going to finish it, not realizing or not even thinking firstly how it looks on the outside. That is that you're actually co-signing said behavior.
It's not
I
good.
can see what Callie's saying because sometimes we just do
Oh,
things
good morning, first
automatically
and
without
foremost.
thinking.
Hey,
Oh,
Coco.
hi. Oh my God. Hello,
Raised by
hey,
wolves, boy.
ladies. How are y'all doing? Excuse me.
Hey,
Excuse my
listen. There's Coco. We understand what she's saying. The point is, it's bullshit. That's the
But
point.
how is it bullshit? Because unconsciously, you're gonna be like
That's crazy.
Vegas.
If you're
What
in a
happens to
room,
Vegas stays in Vegas. Like, do you know how long they program? That's like you going. That's like you riding in the car and they start playing Barney. I don't know.
man,
Whatever song you know, and you subconsciously just sing it because you know the song.
This
We're
is the
not agreeing
song
with the
that
behavior.
doesn't end.
Oh, can
that's
I
like
add
if
this?
somebody say, "Oh, it's good to go steal from the store at like nighttime. It's good to go shop at Walmart at night because there's not too many people there to check the receipts, so you can get away with stealing." And then you be like, "Yeah, that's right. I know that's like you agree." Like right after
But
like
that's two
see,
different
like
kinds.
if
No,
somebody say
it's
that,
not the same thing. It's not
Because you know
because
it, don't mean you have to finish it though. Like you can finish
that's
it
what
in
I'm
your head if
saying.
that's the case. If that's the case, if you have to finish it in your head. That makes sense too. If
I'm
that's what
saying
you
go
gotta
steal at
do,
this time. Like
if that's what
you're
you
gonna be like,
gotta
yeah, that's a good time.
do, finish it in your head.
it
I
be
if
y'all
that's
be
what
so
you argue,
political correct for me. Like this is crazy.
But
I
that's
mean,
what
I'm
we're
just saying,
talking
if
about.
that's gonna be your argument, oh well, I'm gonna finish the quote because I know it. Okay,
Okay,
okay.
but
If
the
that's the
question
argument,
is,
you
after
can.
that statement was said, was there any further
And this is what I said,
conversation?
Coco, before you came. I said they should have just said, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but ho, that was some hoe ass shit. Like, so we acknowledge it, bitch. We don't agree with you because you was a hoe for that. But damn, we know
It's
the
the
song
auto.
too.
It's
I understand what she's saying, and you know what? Just to play devil's advocate, I can understand because that saying is used so much. But if you do follow it up, but that is some hoe ass shit, then I'll then yeah, that works. And she would have hemp if the girls would have said that. But 9 times, matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna just say 9 times. 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna say that. Women are gonna co-sign the most degenerate things ever. I mean, look at the men that they choose. They say, well, we can't date a 9 to 5 guy because he's boring. They want everything toxic, and then they wonder why their lives are so just falling apart daily.
right. It's the automatic assumption that people are going to take into account my initial facial expression, like of disgust, right? But you know what I'm saying. But people don't, and they don't have to either, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said it's a secondary thought because their first thought was, "Hey, that shit is fucking disgusting."
No.
But
Here's
just
My
finishing the
first thought
quote is
is
just
don't
finishing
be
the quote.
remember.
psychoanalyzing people, and that'd be crazy to me.
But
Well,
we
well,
need
It's
to
not even
because it's a
psychoanalyzing
detriment to
though.
us, and if we're agreeing with this
Psychoanalyzing,
no,
argument,
no,
hold on.
that's
Let,
bullshit.
you got to hear what White School's saying.
no, I'm just saying like this is good because that's why we need to psychoanalyze it because we're trying to justify something that may not be good for us or the group, and so by us just like saying, oh, squirrel, like girl just said she was a hoe, but like, well, oh, squirrel, so let's say it's in Vegas, like our attention is gone, like there's something
But
wrong
for
there.
you to sit there and say, because I finished a quote, I agree with this hoe is fucking crazy to me.
So now you're gonna label me as what, a pygmy or a mammy?
Which is what they do.
I'm not going to
Then
label you as
that's what it goes
anything.
to.
I'm not going to label you as anything because I don't get into the labels. But I think it is insane that because someone agrees with a quote, now they are stamped as agreeing with it or champion on whole shit. No, the
Yeah,
whole
but it was
shit was
used
the
in a
whole
context.
shit.
It was
But the
that
quote
phrase
was
was used
used
in the
to
context of
justify the whole shit. The
yes,
quote was used to justify the whole shit. So if
right.
you like, it's like she said, I slept for 4 minutes, 24 hours. But you know what happens? Like, but you know, like it's that but you know what happens in Vegas, and then
Right, like
like
it's
people
okay
like
to do
stays
that.
in
So,
Vegas. You
No
right,
sex,
like
no
what?
Right,
sex.
like I
No, that's
said,
not right.
people don't have to take into account or register your initial reaction, your facial expression, because that's nonverbal, right? So anybody who's not necessarily looking at the screen is not going to see your nonverbal facial expression.
Hey,
As
all
I
right,
said,
stop, stop, stop,
people
stop,
don't
stop.
have to take that into
These are
account.
redundant. It's too redundant now, right? Let me put it so y'all can understand it
No,
well.
we understand it.
So this part, right? There was a rapper one time, he battling, and he's like, I'll do something, I'll have, something with somebody's daughter, right? The other battle rapper, right? And then the battle rapper says, my daughter's 15, right? And then he says, nigga, if she old enough to cross the street, she old enough to get.
Okay.
So you think because I know the quote, I'm justified saying she to get hit? No. What the reason why he's saying it is bad, right? So I'm in my mindset, it's bad. So once he finished that line, I said, nah, nigga, you fucking bugging. Just because I know the quote don't mean I repeat the quote when it's tied to something that's egregious.
Right. Right.
But the fact that you just going along is the definition of the sisterhood, and that's what makes it so detrimental. That like, see, you all, it's
Yeah,
like
I said that.
you gotta
Okay,
tie.
so
Hold on. When I'm done talking, y'all can go. That's why you have to tie it to something to where we're all sensitive, right? Also, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas is whole vernacular.
Yes. Yes, it
You see,
is.
that's
Hamp is cooking. This is what Hamp is cooking right now. This is what these promiscuous women say. They use little sayings and everything to justify the things that they do. The degenerate behavior that they do. They use these little sayings and these little slip of the words or whatever, and the fact that other women will justify it as, well, it's not that bad because it happened in Vegas, or it's not that bad because other women are doing it too. No, you're wrong.
vernacular in itself that we're also ignoring. I'm done. Sod and Kelly, y'all can go. And I don't know if Coco.
I digress because that I can see to that point a little bit better. I can now. When the rap battle got me.
That's what I told you.
Yeah, I was like, damn, that's some fucked up shit. But I still think
not but.
Okay, so it ain't no but I'm just saying, like white schools, they said the squirrel, we really don't be thinking like that. So it just be like, yeah, what happens to Vegas stays to Vegas. Ain't nobody, yeah, I get it, y'all win.
Sod. White school said we need to psychoanalyze because that lack of analysis, you got a woman who had sex with 4 men in a 24-hour period thinking that it's okay because she got confirmation from you.
But I don't think that was confirmation, but I get it.
It is because she gonna stop listening once you finish the quote with her. She gonna skip along. Told you niggas. Sod said it was all right. Fuck out of here.
She gonna be like, exactly. Like, man, women disagree with me. She gonna be like, exactly. Like,
yeah, no, because I would have finished the quote and I would have told the bitch that she was a hoe still. So it would have been
she lying. No, she wouldn't have.
Just now when Ham said the quote, I finished it, but I said, damn, because that's fucked up. You see how you can't misconstrue that. Like that was a perfect example. Just now that was a perfect example because I did indeed finish the quote. I finished the quote. I said, get hit. Damn. You feel me? So you can't misconstrue that. Damn. Came right after I said, damn, because that's fucked up. See how you can't get that misconstrued? Just saying the quote, like just finishing it after, that could have been taken.
I get that, but I just still think it's two different things. But I get the analogy.
I'm gonna end it right there. Listen, man, for the fellas out here, these are trying times. If you are a man that genuinely wants a family and kids and a wife and everything, good luck. I feel bad for you. Go get that passport because I really don't think you're gonna find it here. The way these women are, like, this is gonna take about maybe 2 generations to fully flush out all of this just promiscuous, I don't need a man feminism mindset. But that's it for today. That's it for the video. If you want another good video, click this one on your top left or your top right. Both of them are pretty damn fantastic. Also hit that like button, hit that hype button just to, help the channel, push this channel out to more viewers. Thank you, and I'll see you on another one.